We've been talking about how to report things. We've talked about how to report statements and commands, but not questions, okay? So, first off, there's two types of questions. What are the two types of questions?
W question, yes or no?
Yes.
So we have yes, no questions and WH questions. Good. So we're going to talk about how to report these questions. When we want to report a yes, no question and a WH question, we don't use say or tell. What do you think we use?
Do
Ask.
We use asked in the past or wanted to know. Okay? Asked or wanted to know. There's more options, but these are the most common for this lesson. Over here too. So these are the ones we need to use, okay? So for example, is the final hard? So who said that? What? Who said that? Oh, it was hi. Okay. So I'm going to write hi.
ask,
And now I need to use one of these. Hi,
ask,
asked. Okay, now what I'm going to do is what I'll explain. Hi asked if the final was hard, period. No question mark. So I have the past tense of is, right? Past tense, so we switch. And I also added the word if, right? Or you could use the word whether, okay? So what did I do? Okay,
is the final, just
what did I
change the
do?
past
So,
tense.
okay, let me explain. So what I did was I wrote he or she asked, okay? And then what you need to add there is the word if, or you could use the word, oops, yeah, whether. If or whether. Which one do you hear more?
If.
Okay, whether is a good word for being more formal. So this one is more formal, okay? So you need he or she plus asked plus if or whether, and then you need subject, verb. Subject, verb. And what do we need to do to the verb? The verb has to
Past.
go to the past, right? It has to change to the past, okay? So let's get another example.
Thank you.
Okay, so are you, who just sneezed? Okay, Azde. Are you sick?
No.
Okay, all right. She sneezed, so maybe she's sick. Okay, so now tell them what I asked you. She asked me, right? She asked. Oh, you don't have to say me, but you could. It does. It's
Yeah.
optional. Okay. She asked if I. But look over here. It's
Was
present.
Where
Let's-
was.
She asked. She asked if I was sick. If you want to make it more formal, you can say she asked whether I was sick. She asked whether I was sick. And if you want to make it even more formal, after whether, you could ask or not. She asked whether or not I was sick. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Okay, let's try another one. Another yes/no question? Anybody have a yes/no question?
Did you go to the mall on the weekend?
Okay, great. Did you go to the mall?
I was there all day.
I was just gonna say. Did you go to the mall? Okay, so Gabriella asked. Okay, now what? Let's make it formal. Whether
Or not.
you could add or not. So Gabriella asked whether or not,
You went.
You were.
I went.
but she asked me,
I
right? So Gabriella asked whether or not I,
Went to the mall.
but look, it's simple past, so now we have to make it
I
had gone to the mall. Do I need a question mark or a period?
Period.
Period. It's not a question anymore, right? Gabriella asked whether or not I had gone to the mall, and I told her yes or no, right? Okay. All right. One more. So wait, can I use this with if too? How can I change it with if? Can I say if or not? No. You can only say whether or not, but you cannot say if or not, okay? Gabriella asked if I had gone to the mall, okay? Let's do one more yes/no question, okay? So Gabriella asked if, what did she ask? She asked if Nona, or you could say she, right? If Nona or she, what?
Had bought. She had bought anything.
Had bought anything. Question mark?
No.
No. Period. Gabriella asked if she had bought anything. Perfect. Good. Yes.
Can we say Gabriella asked Nona if she had bought it?
Yeah, these are both possible. You can use the pronoun or you could use the name.
Ask Nona.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you can always put it here also. Gabriella asked her, or Gabriella asked Nona if she, yes. So after ask, you have two options. You could say ask plus the object, right? Or you can just use ask if, right? You don't have to use the object. You don't have to. All right? Is that clear? So,
And what about the answers? Yes.
so you say, and I told her yes, or I told her no, or I told her to not ask me, right? Command, right? Or I told her next week I will. Okay, now, what if I want to make a indirect question using WH question, a WH question? Now, what are the WH words, by the way? We have and how, right? How many, right? Okay. And which, yes, which. So these are all the WH words, okay? So we can make WH questions. Somebody ask me a question, or ask somebody a question. Here, I'll start. Okay. How many hours will you study for the final? How many hours will you study? Or how many days will you study? Okay, so that's the question. How many days will you study? Okay, so that's a WH question. Now, if you want to tell your friends, guess what my teacher asked me? Can you believe it? She asked, do I need if? No, no if, no whether.
How many?
Yeah, you just use it. The question, how many
would you study?
days?
Would you?
So, You guys are reporting to your friend. You're telling your friend.
I would
I
I
would study. Why are we using I? Because I asked you, and you are telling your friend, right? Why are we using would?
Because
Why
it
is it
has
comma?
one tense.
Days.
No, this is not a comma. This is just a box.
And we also need a question mark. Yeah?
No question mark. Because this is not a question, it's a statement. So how do we know it's a statement? Look at the structure. We have subject plus asked, right? Yeah, and then we have WH word, right? Then we have the subject, and then we have a verb. That's not a question, that's a statement. Do you see all those parts? So what's the subject here? She asked.
Me,
How many days is the WH word?
Is this phrase?
Subject and verb.
How many days?
What about it?
How many days is part of the question? Yeah.
Can I say? She asked me.
Yeah, you can say me. You can add that if you want. It's not necessary, but yeah, you can add that. Do you see the verb do here? Do you see do or did here?
No.
No, we don't need it because we're not making a question. We don't need a helping verb. We're not making a question. So you have to look at the main verb. What's the main verb?
Need.
Do or need?
Need.
Need. So that's the one you bring down. Don't use do for this is not a question, right? Let's try another one with do, okay? When do you study? When can you, right? When can you study? Or when do you study? Whatever, right? She asked, she asked, when we studied. Or yeah, when we could. She asked when we could study. Yeah, that's better. Okay? If it's do, if it's just do, then we would say
Study.
yeah, she asked when we studied. Okay?
When we could study
No.
or be.
No, could
Study.
study.
Or you can say we study. Okay? All right. Okay. Here's one more. I want you guys to do it. Why did you move here? What? She asked me, right? Try it out.
She asked me why I moved.
Why I moved?
Look at the verb tense.
Oh my god.
No, I had.
Oh yeah.
She asked me why I had moved, right? Or why I had moved here because we are still here. I'm talking about the United States, so we can keep it, okay?
Don't change here.
Well, this one doesn't change because here is this country, so we haven't left the country. So, past perfect from simple past. See that? Right? Okay.
If you ask why do you move, it was move.
Simple past. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes.
When we exchange it here to there, or when we exchange it?
When you're in a different place. So if I say, do you guys want to stay here all night? And you go home, you say, she asked me if I wanted to stay there because we changed location.
Yeah, it's
But if-
like me and you, we change
Pay
it.
attention to the meaning.
Pay attention to the location. Because if I say, why did you move here? the United States, when I go home, I'm still in the United States, so it doesn't change.
Right.
Yeah, so you have to, you have to think about that. So let me give you guys a little, 2 questions. Let's see if you can do it by yourselves. 2 questions. Here's the first one. You need to make it go into indirect speech, okay? And I want you to use whether or not. Try that, okay? Try to use that. So here's the question. Did you brush your teeth? I always ask my husband, did you brush your teeth? Okay. And then, here's a WH question. And he asked me to. Here's a WH question. When did you brush your teeth? First one. She wanted to know. This one.
Yes.
Did you brush your teeth? She wanted to know whether or not, whether or not
I brushed my
I have brushed my teeth.
had not. Or I brushed. I had brushed.
Yeah, because this is simple past. This is already simple past. So you have to make it past perfect, right? Good. How about this one? When did you brush your teeth?
She wanted to know.
She wanted to know
Then I had brushed.
when
I had
My
brushed my.
she wanted to know when I had brushed my teeth. Good.